Okay, so I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a mind reader. I can't tell the future. But I want to talk about how this is the time of year. We all know it, where people start to complain about Spotify. I'm not making any money on Spotify. Spotify only pays this much. And you're right. You're not making any money on Spotify. No one is making any money on Spotify. I'm not making any money on Spotify. But another time in my life where I wasn't making money on Spotify was in the 90s when Spotify didn't exist. And the thing was that when Spotify didn't exist, the only way for me to get my music in front of people was to play it in front of them and then hope that they would buy a CD. And I'll tell you, I wasn't making any money on those CDs either. It's true that I grossed a lot more selling CDs, but the net of actually having to like go into a studio, because again, uh, home studios didn't exist then either. Not really, not practically. Um, so you're spending a few $1,000s to put together an album that you put onto a CD. You have to spend a few $1,000s to, get the minimum order of the CD. You're trying to sell them for, $10 at the time. Not that much more, not that much less than they currently would cost. And you're hoping to break even. Just like Spotify, except you didn't get your music heard by 10,000 people worldwide, all over the place, and have the opportunity to steer people towards even more stuff from you. And I get it that that stuff being monetized in the digital music verse is not lucrative for most of us, but we're in the game in a way that when I was coming up, we couldn't have even dreamed of. You could only get a hint of that if you were signed, and nobody got signed. That was just like the bottom of the pyramid. Good luck to you. You're not going to get heard. So what I would say to people who are rightfully so, frustrated that Spotify is not enough to make money, is Spotify is a tool that puts you in the marketplace, and the marketplace right now is flooded, but at least you're in the marketplace, and so use it for what it's worth and get people to engage with it as much as you can. But it's not the end game. It's never going to be, if I get enough Spotify plays, I'm going to live off of that. It's always going to be that you're playing live, that you're selling other merch, that you're getting real people to be really interested in you. Whatever slim avenue exists for that is what you have to pursue, in addition to your Spotify, in addition to your YouTube, in addition to your other stuff. So don't get hung up on how little you make off Spotify, because we're all in the same boat, but at least we're in the boat, not just out there in the water. So get to it, get busy, try to draw them into more and more and more. Draw them in deeper, draw them into deeper waters, and get them, get them, get out of the boat. I don't know. It's all falling apart.